It's like 10.
Hi, Scott Orlin with CINEMA-Magazin. The new film, Men in Black International, and the star of the movie is a young ingenue named Chris Hemsworth, who I think this is the first time you've been in a franchise movie, so congratulations on that.
Yeah, just a little indie film's part of this. So,
if my math skills are correct, when the first Men in Black came out, you were about 14, which is the sweet spot of a young kid going to see a movie like this going, that's what I want to do.
yeah, I have very vivid memories. I can't remember if I saw it in the cinema or kind of, VHS, the year or so after that. But remembered just loving the film, loving the world. As sort of a throwback to the sort of 80s cop sort of drama in one hand, but then aliens involved. It's quite a unique sort of combo. And that was the appeal, to sort of jump onto this as a fan of the originals, but also to do opportunity to do something different with it and sort of broaden what had been done before,
And there's an interesting parallel in a strange way to the world today about our fear of outsiders, about our fear of unknown people. This takes it to an exaggerated belief, but what type of commentary do we say even in a work of entertainment such as this?
I think you always have to be sort of aware of the climate and how we're growing as a species, and what we're kind of our acceptance and sort of our own sort of broadening of how we treat one another, and yeah, there is, and I don't think we don't get too heavily into that, but there is I think the right amount of sort of appreciation and due respect given to sort of equality and sort of the sort of, I don't know, even with the sort of aliens kind of immigration and so on, there's some sort of great scenes about that. But yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, it's for me. You want to go to the cinema, to have an entertaining time, to be sort of escapism on one hand, and then laugh or cry or have fun. And at the end of the day, it's about going on a journey. And if along the way you can be informed and learn something in a subtle way without being beaten over the head with it, I think that's a plus.
I've seen a lot of movies that have had cars in them. This may be one of the coolest cars.
Yeah, I know, right? It's one of the coolest cars I've ever driven and also sort of experienced on a movie set as well, or off a movie set. It's an old classic E-type Jag, which had, the hubcap was the sort of ammunition for a Tommy gun type laser gun, and then the exhaust pipe was a rocket launcher, and the rearview mirror had all sorts of handguns in it, and so pretty cool.
And what is this this connection that you have with Tessa Thompson?
Yeah,
and it's interesting how sometimes actors just continually work together in different scenarios.
I think if you have a chemistry with someone, you can at times kind of, fake that, or kind of, work your hardest as actors to sort of build a relationship. And then sometimes you just kind of meet someone and you go, yeah, I get it, you get it. This gels, this works. And that happened on, from the first day of Ragnarok through Avengers through to this film. And it's such a sort of blessing to be able to come off those films, the Marvel films, into this, hit the ground running and have a pre-established chemistry and not spend or chew up a vast majority of the film experience getting to know one another. You just get to get right down to it. And she's just, beyond talented, great sense of humor, huge heart, collaborative. There's no ego, and so, to continue to sort of, match up and work together as much as we can. I think it's been great.
Chris Hemsworth, as always, is such a pleasure. Thank you so much. The movie Men in Black International, and this is Scott Orlin. Until next time.